Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. So, today joining us is a very special guest, guys. Okay, and I would love you guys to meet him as well. Let me just first introduce him to you guys. He is one of the oldest employees and at DevTown. He is also in charge of protecting our CEO. So maybe soon you guys will be able to meet our CEO as well. So yeah, so he's also here. Let me introduce you to him right now, guys. I hope that you guys will be able to like him as well. I love him from the utmost core of my heart itself. Right. So let me introduce you guys to him right now. Okay. You guys want to meet him or should I let him go itself? Okay. You guys want to meet him or should I let him go? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. We'll meet him. Okay. Let me meet him itself. Yo. Hi. Hello. So his name is Oscar and he's a Persian cat. And I don't think so. He loves to study or watch me teach as well. Mwah. No, and he doesn't love me kissing him. Uli, 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 uli. Say hi to everybody. Hi. No, you don't want to say hi. Oscar, say hi. Say hi. Not a Nazi salute. Hi. Okay. Let us sit here. Let us sit here. I'm going to teach. So you also want to learn Java? Create cat-like animation? Huh? No? Sit or you want to go? Sit. Okay. So Oscar will also sit with us. Maybe he will study with us JavaScript as well. Or maybe he might teach us something that we don't know. Right? Okay, great. So let's do a quick recap, guys, of what we have studied in the previous class. So could you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Could you guys let us know what have we studied in our previous class? Just a recap itself, guys. Just a quick recap, guys, what we have studied in the previous class. We have studied alert, we have studied prompt, we have studied console.log, we studied a little bit about data types as well. We studied the type of function wherein we are able to get the data type of a particular object as well, right? Great. Anything else, guys? Anything else that we have studied about variables as well, right? We studied about variables in the previous class. And the last that we were talking about, I think so, we were talking about there are some rules and regulations to naming a variable. That is the last thing that we were talking about, if I'm not wrong, right, guys? If I'm not wrong, the last thing that we were talking about was that there are some rules and regulations related to naming a variable. Yes? Great. So we'll continue from right over there. I think so Oscar wants to go right now. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Now you can go. So he's gone. And I can now focus upon the class as well instead of him. Okay, so we'll continue from right over there. Today, our aim is to cover 3 topics. Okay, first, we will be trying to understand what are the naming conventions for variable itself. The second particular thing that we'll be trying to understand is functions. Okay, what are functions, how to create functions, how to create user-defined functions in JavaScript as well. And the third thing that we will be able to understand, we'll try to understand is basically your last particular thing about functions, that is the undefined. Why is this undefined coming up? So that will be our aim for today's class. Will that be fine, guys? Will that be fine? Please let me know. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know, guys. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Okay. And guys, please try to understand this, that this is just a 7 days boot camp, and our main focus is not JavaScript, but our main focus right over here is to understand how to create animations inside of websites using JavaScript. That is our main focus. JavaScript is not the main focus. There is a requirement of JavaScript, so we are studying the basics of JavaScript right over here so that we are able to use it for creating animations on websites itself. That is what we are going to do. Okay, so that is the major thing that you guys need to understand right over here, because I'm able to see a lot of questions right over there, guys. So just to make sure that you are able to understand the topic very clearly, okay, did that be a reason itself I'm trying to make sure that you guys are able to understand it properly as well. Okay. Okay, so no issues in that. The next particular thing, guys, is that, like I said, we don't just have one set of boot camps, right? We have multiple boot camps that go out and around throughout the entire year itself. It's not just that, okay, we are having JavaScript and web animation bootcamp, we are having just a machine learning bootcamp, that's it, done. Nothing else is going to happen at any particular point of time. We have multiple sets of bootcamp that happen parallelly at all times itself. So the next particular bootcamp that we are going to have is going to start from the 19th of June itself. That is going to be the backend web development using JavaScript, Node, and Express. For those guys who wanted to learn something more about JavaScript, wanted to dive deeper into web development itself, you guys can definitely register yourself for this particular bootcamp. Again, it is the exact same thing itself. It will be a 7 days bootcamp. There will be no prerequisites. We'll be learning JavaScript. We'll be learning Node.js. We'll be learning Express. We'll be creating backend project as well in the bootcamp in the 7 days. It is completely free. There's no cost associated with it, and there will be 4 certificates that will be made available for the bootcamp itself. That is your DevTown, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon certificates. So I will be providing you guys with the registration link at a later point of time. You guys can definitely register yourself at any particular point of time, guys. So that is one of the things. I will be sending the link in the live chat right now itself. So if somebody wants to register themselves, that is up to them. Okay, but yeah, like I already said, guys, there is a lot of different things that are there that I will be teaching you guys throughout the entire thing. Anshuman Ghosh, we cannot go deeper into just JavaScript. For that, we will have to have another bootcamp on just JavaScript as a topic itself. For that, we'll have to have another bootcamp on just JavaScript. Our main goal right over here is not JavaScript. Our main goal is to use JavaScript for creating animations inside of websites. So yeah, that is how basically it will be working right over there. Okay, so like I said, guys, the bootcamp will be starting from 19. Do register yourself for that. I will definitely feel that all these things will be very helpful for you. Okay, so let's start with our today's class without wasting our time, right, guys? Let's start with our today's class without wasting any time. Shall we start, guys? Shall we start? Please let me know. Shall we start, guys? Please let me know. Hello, mic check, mic check. Shall we start, guys? Okay, great. Let's get started right over here, guys. Let me just, what was I going to teach? Yeah. So let us start by first understanding what are the rule sets that are associated with creating a variable name itself. Okay. So let's start from right over there. Let me open up Paint and I will just pop up the chat from right over here as well. We pop up the chat from here and let me just open up Paint right over here. Let me put this up on the right hand side and the chat on the left hand side itself. Ankur Gupta, the certificate gets sent automatically via software. There's no human process in that. The certificates, if you have entered a wrong email inside of your attendance, if you don't have your attendance completed, if you have not submitted the project, then you will not be receiving the certificates. We don't know if the certificates have been sent or not, but it's an automated process. So from our end, there will be no fault from that. Okay, if you are there in the bootcamp, you are learning right over there, you are not asking about attendance throughout the entire bootcamp itself, you will be given the certificates. Otherwise, of course, there will be some problem with your certificates. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, the first particular thing that you need to understand is, let's take up any name. Let's assume that the variable that we are creating is equals to rent. Okay, so rent is equals to 1700. That is the rent right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Okay, we are here. Our name of the variable is rent. Are you guys able to see this? The name of the variable is rent. Will divide the variable name into two separate parts. We will divide the variable name into two separate parts itself. So the first part that will divide it is the first letter of the variable name, that is R. That is the first part of the variable name, guys. The second part of the variable name is the rest of the variable name. Whatever else is present in the variable name, that is the second part of the variable name. Now that you guys have understood what are the two divisions that we have done right over here, now we can get started with the rules and regulations. The first particular rule basically states that the first letter of a variable name can either be small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore itself. Or an underscore. Now, what do you, if you guys don't know what is an underscore, I'm just giving you guys a hint right over here. So A underscore Z. Okay, so this is an example of an underscore itself, guys. For those who don't have understanding what is an underscore, it is basically this particular character in the middle itself. So these are the only three options that is available to you. You cannot have numbers, you cannot have special characters, nothing right over there. Okay, small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore. The second part of the variable name can contain small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, underscore, or numbers 0 to 9. Okay, or numbers that is 0 to 9. Again, the second half cannot contain any kind of special characters. For example, what do I mean by special character? For example, exclamation mark, at a rate, hash, ampersand, you are having your percentage, you are having your caret symbol, all these different like symbols that are there, special characters that are there, you cannot have that. Okay, small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, underscore, or 0 to 9. Are you guys able to understand the first few rules, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the first few rules, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the first few rules, guys? Nothing too complicated about it, right? Very simple, that the first letter can be among these particular things. The rest of the variable name can contain these particular things itself. That's it. So let me give you an question, guys. Is 007 JB, okay, JB, a valid variable name? Is this a valid variable name, guys? Please let me know. Is this a valid variable name, guys? Please let me know. 007 JB, is this a valid variable name, guys? No. Why is it not a valid variable name? Why is it not a valid variable name, guys? Because the first letter cannot be a number. The first letter cannot be a number itself. That is the reason why it is not a valid variable name. Okay, as simple as that. The first letter can only contain these particular things. The second particular half, that is the rest of the variable name, can contain only these particular things itself. The next particular rule that you need to understand is that JavaScript is a case-sensitive language. JavaScript is a case-sensitive language. What do you mean by case-sensitive language, guys? That basically means if it is str, capital S, small t, small r, small s, capital T, small r, small s, small t, capital R, capital S, small t, capital R, capital S, capital T, capital R, all these will be considered as different variable names. It will be considered as different variable names. For JavaScript, a small t and a capital T are two separate things. Okay, a small t and the capital T have two separate things. They are two separate things. Okay, so does all languages have the same rules for variables? Because Python also has the same rules. That is very good insight, but always do not look at that. Never compare one language to the other, because most of the time different languages have different particular rule sets. For variables, yes, almost all the languages have the same rule sets itself, but still never look at it in such a way. Always think that, okay, this particular language has this particular rule set, this particular language has this particular rule set, that's it. Do not compare two languages at any particular point of time, otherwise you will get confused very easily. Okay, so always remember that, guys. The next particular thing that you need to understand right over here, now that you have understood, so this is the technical term for this, is that JavaScript is a case sensitive language. For it, uppercase and lowercase are two separate things, so it is case sensitive in nature. Okay, the next little thing is you cannot use reserved keywords that are having some kind of special value to our JavaScript as a programming language itself. You cannot use them as a variable name. For example, this is a var variable name, right? This is var. You cannot use var as a variable name. You cannot have var is equals to 1700, because var has a particular meaning for JavaScript, is meaningful to JavaScript. You cannot use it as a variable name. It already means something to JavaScript itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. It is a reserved keyword in JavaScript, guys. Today the class will be of 90 minutes, so buckle up yourself for today's class, right? So today's class is going to be a little bit longer, guys. It is going to be 90 minutes because we have to cover a lot as well. So we'll try to take it up as fast as possible. Okay, but please do remember that today's class is a little bit longer. So please be with me. Try to be a little bit like okay about it. Okay, I can't do anything. Okay, great. The next thing that so we have done with the rules and regulations. We'll stop right over there itself. The next thing that we have to discuss is something called as functions. Now, to make you guys understand about functions, let's assume. So I want a volunteer. I want a person to take up an example for. Can somebody volunteer like to become an example for this particular example itself? Can somebody volunteer for that? So Kanis, I will take you as the particular example. Let's assume Kanis is the I don't know if you are okay. Let's assume Kanis is very rich. Okay, let's assume Kanis is extremely rich itself, like beyond our wildest imaginations. They have like a private jet, they have like yachts and stuff. Kanis is very rich itself, and they came to our boot camp. Okay, they came to our boot camp itself, guys, and they liked our boot camp. They were like, yo, this boot camp is very good. This particular community needs to be promoted. Like, we need to support this community of developers out throughout the entire globe itself. So Kanis decided that, okay, let's do one thing. Let's host a party for everybody who is a part of DevTown. Okay, that is what Kanis did. They hosted a party for everybody throughout the entire globe who is a part of DevTown itself. So Kanis just rented out a particular property right over here, right? And in this particular property, Kanis is organizing a party. Now this party has an entry gate right over here. It has an exit gate. And every person that has been invited to this party has been sent an invitation to the party. Okay, has been sent an invitation to the party itself. So let's assume that Kanis basically says that inside of the party, okay, this is going to be a lot of different things that is going to be happening. We are going to have events, we are going to have different kinds of things that are going to happen, and all the other things as well. So we'll take up this particular example till here, and we'll come back to this example after 15 minutes. Okay, please remember this example, guys. We're going to take up this example till here, and we're going to come back to this particular example once again, guys. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We are going to come back to this particular example once again, guys. So just remember this example. Now, let us take an example, another example right over here, guys. For example, if I tell you that you come to my house and you tell me that I'm feeling thirsty, I'm feeling like it's very dry right over here, I'm feeling thirsty right now, I need a glass of water. Okay, I need some water itself. So what will I do? Will I tell you to, okay, get up from your seat, okay, walk 10 meters in front of you, then take a left, walk 10 meters again in front of you, then you will be able to see a particular like jug of water itself, pick up a glass, put it under that jug, open the tap of that jug itself, it will start flowing the water into the glass, close that particular tap itself, then walk the exact same path back and you can drink the water. Will I tell you each and every step right over there, guys? Will I tell you each and every step right over there? Please let me know. Forget about the previous example, guys. Forget about the previous example. We'll come back to that example once again. Do not worry about it. This is a new example to make you guys understand this particular topic much more easily. Okay, will I do this? Will I tell you each and every step of getting water? Maybe if you are a kid, for the very first time in your life, if you're taking up water itself, then I will tell you each and every step. Otherwise, I'll just tell you that, okay, there's the jug, go and take up water, right? I'll just tell that there's a jug, go and take the water itself. For the first time in your life, if you're taking up water from a jug, then I will explain you the entire thing. Otherwise, I'll just tell that, okay, go and there's a jug, take up water from there itself. Right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. In a similar manner, inside of coding as well, what happens is sometimes you want to write a piece of code again and again and again. You want to use a piece of code again and again and again. So instead of writing the same code, instead of telling every single time that, okay, get up from your seat, walk 10 meters in front of you, take a right, walk 10 meters again, open the tab of the jug, put the glass under it. As soon as the glass fills, close the tab, drink the water. Instead of telling you all these steps, I will just tell, okay, do this process. Get a glass of water itself. I will not tell you the entire process again and again and again. In a similar manner, inside of coding as well, when you are having some piece of code that you want to run again and again and again, instead of writing all those 10 lines of 20 lines or even 10,000 lines of code again and again, writing those lines again and again, you can just combine them and give it a name. Just like variables, think about it at variables itself. Okay, what is a variable? You are having a value, right? You are having a value and that value is getting a nickname. And that nickname is basically variable. Think about functions in the same way. Instead of value, you are having some lines of code. Again, you want to give it a nickname. Instead of writing that lines of code again and again, you give it a nickname itself. And that nickname is what we call as functions. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We will be looking at this from a coding perspective as well. This is just an intuition to understand the topic in a very simple manner. Just an intuition, guys. Do not think that the topic is over. There's a lot behind the topic and we will be looking at it practically as well. Just an intuition behind it so that you guys are able to understand it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So let us go back. Let us try to see what is happening right over there. Okay. So let us go to our coding part. We put it up on the left hand side, on the right hand side, and make it a little bit smaller. Go here. And we'll inspect the option from there. We'll go into our console and we'll just reload the page once again. Hide the issues. Okay. So, Manish Negi, just contact me on LinkedIn. Okay. My LinkedIn is down in the description of the video. Just send me the screenshot of all the people that you have contacted on LinkedIn. I will be able to help you out. Okay. Okay, so let's get started right over here, guys. So now let's say that we are taking up the input from the user, the name of the user itself. What we will be using, guys? Could you guys let me know? What we'll be using right over there, guys? Could you guys let me know if you want to take an input from the user? What we will be using right over there, guys? Prompt, amazing, Kanis. So we'll be using var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? Enter, and it will show us Shaurya. Then now your strings that are there, okay, there's a property called as concatenation. For example, if you do 7 plus 8, what happens, guys? If you do 7 plus 8, you get 15 right over here, right? You do 7 plus 8, you get 15 right over there. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. If you do 7 or 8, Ankur Gupta, send me all the proof on LinkedIn. I will see right over there itself. Please do not disturb the class right now. Ankur Gupta, send me all the proof on LinkedIn. If you're not able to send me the proof on LinkedIn, I'll just consider that you are disturbing the class. Okay. So, similar to that, if I do this, hello plus world. So, I'm doing a addition on two strings itself, and that is going to concatenate the two strings together. That is going to concatenate the two strings together, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. So this is called as concatenation, where you basically, instead of adding two particular strings up, because you cannot add two strings up, there's no point of adding strings up, right? So the process that happens right over here is concatenation. What do we mean call concatenation? Basically joining two strings, one string plus another string, creating a single string. Two strings coming together to create one string. That is basically what do you mean by concatenation itself, guys. Okay, and you can concatenate as many strings as that there are. For example, plus and then space that I'm putting up right over here, plus hello world. Okay, right over here, guys, I'm concatenating three strings together. I'm concatenating three strings together. It is not necessary that you can only concatenate one, two strings, three strings, four strings. You can concatenate as many strings as you want. Okay, there's no point or limit to that. Okay, do not think like, okay, you can only concatenate two strings. Nothing like that, guys. Okay, so this is called as concatenation. Let us use this idea of alerts, prompt, and concatenation to take in the input of the user itself, that is the name of the user, and then show him a message. Show him a particular greeting message, a personalized greeting message saying, hi, Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Early on, we were showing an alert saying, hi, welcome to DevTown. This time, we'll be showing, hi, Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. So what we'll be doing right over here is that we'll be creating an alert, ALERT alert, okay, and then we'll be writing, hello name, welcome to DevTown. Name is also a string, right? The input that we are taking up from the user as well, that is also a string. Shaurya, that is also a string, right, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. If you concatenate an integer with a string itself, that is a number. There's nothing called as integer. A number with a string, then that number will be considered as a string, and then string plus string will be happening right over there, guys. So if I'm doing 7 plus world, then it will give me 7 world. Okay, if I'm doing 7 plus world, 7 is a number and world is a string itself, I'll get 7 world itself. So see, these type of small doubts if you are having, you can just try it out, right? There's no point of asking it. You guys are having the system, just try it out once and you will get the answer immediately, right? Just very small doubts right over there. Nevertheless, even if you are having doubts, always feel free to ask me. I will help you guys out. There's never a time that I will not be answering your question. It's just that if you're having some small doubts, just try to do it on your own. See, that is what coding is improved. Like you have a doubt, you try it on your own, you try to understand it. That is how you improve your coding. That is the reason why I'm just giving you guys a suggestion. Don't take it up. Oh, sir is not answering my question. I answered the question. Okay. Okay, great. So right over here, guys, as you're able to see, okay, alert, hello. Then we are concatenating name. Name is now containing the string that is Shaurya itself. And then you are having welcome to DevTown. So if I'm pressing enter right over here, as you're able to see, hello Shaurya, welcome to DevTown is coming up on our screen. A personalized greeting message is coming up to our screen itself. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see the personalized greeting message, guys? Please let me know. Amazing, guys. Amazing. You guys are so smart, man. Okay. So now the problem that is there is I want to do this every single time a new user is coming to my website. I want to do this every single time a new user is coming to my website itself. Okay, so I will have to write these two lines of code again and again. Right, first var name prompt. What is your name? So PRIYANSHU Priyanshu, and then alert right over here. alert, hello Priyanshu, welcome to DevTown. I will have to write these 2 lines of code again and again and again, right? And that is basically wasting my time. Every day I will get like 1000 users coming to my website. I will have to write these 2 lines of code 1000 times. Yes, I can copy paste them. That is also one of the thing. But like, if I want to change my sentence, I will have to change it 1000 times itself, and it's a very big hurdle. That is where functions come into picture. Now, one of the things that you might have seen right over here is that we are able to write 1 line of code every single time inside of the console. Are you guys able to see that? Every time we are able to write just 1 line of code itself. Are you guys able to see that or not? Have you guys noticed that we are able to write just 1 line of code itself every single time? What if I want to write 2 lines of code? I don't want to write one. I want to write 2 lines of code right over there. For that, for example, first line of code I've written var name is equals to prompt what is my name. So instead of pressing enter, if you press enter, it will run this particular line of code. I don't want it to run. I want to write another line of code itself. For that, press shift enter, guys. For that, press shift enter. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. To write another line of code, if I just press enter, it will just run this line of code, guys. I don't want that. I want to continue writing my code. So I will press shift plus enter, guys. That will take my cursor to the next line and continue writing my code, guys. Alert and then hi name, welcome to DevTown. So now that I've written this, I'll press enter. So it will ask my name. Let us take up Kanis. And it will show hi Kanis, welcome to DevTown. So it will run both the lines of code at once. I don't have to like write 1 line and then again run it and then another line, then again run it. I can write multiple lines of code as well. But now the problem is that instead of pressing shift enter, if I press enter, like a lot of time is wasted right over there, right? If I press, instead of pressing shift enter by mistake, if I press enter right over there, a lot of time is wasted. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. By mistake I press enter, that lines will get executed, a lot of time will be wasted right over there. So for that, we are going to write the next few like pieces of our code into a in a new place itself. Inside of the developers console, we are not changing the location, but in a slightly new local place itself. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to go into sources. We are having console elements and then sources right over here. Are you guys able to see console elements sources? We're going to select sources from right over here. Then we're going to select on this particular button, show navigator. On the left hand top corner, this is the button right over here, guys. Show navigator. Just select on that. Then you have to select, you are having page, file system, overrides. Click on these 2 arrow buttons, guys. Click on these 2 arrow buttons. Select snippets. Select snippets from right over here. And this is where we are going to write the next few pieces of our code, guys. As we're able to see, there are multiple pages that I've created right over here. I'm going to create a new snippet. You can name this snippet as anything. As you're able to see, Gokul, Index, Naga, Next, Prashant, Prince. I've named it as anything itself. So here I will name it as the SS42. Okay, dot or new 52. Let's name it as new52.js. That is the name of this particular file, guys. new52.js. Okay, now guys, this is just a like how to open it up. There's no explanation in this that you need to understand that I didn't understood it. Like I'm just telling you where to click your buttons. Like there's nothing to understand right over there. So sources, okay, then go to your show navigator button, then go to the double arrows, select snippets, create a new snippet. If you are still not able to understand it, guys, this video is available to you guys with lifetime access itself. But yeah, that is up to you. So like I said, guys, the file name right over here, you can name it as anything. Then at the end, you are having .js. What does this .js basically mean? .js is basically that this file is a JavaScript file. This file is a JavaScript file itself. Whatever code that we are going to write inside of it is going to be JavaScript code. For example, .ppt, .pdf, all these different files are there for you, right? In a similar manner, .js file is there, guys. Okay, and that .js file is basically telling you that this file is JavaScript file itself, and we are going to write JavaScript code inside of it. Now, writing the code right over here is as similar to writing an essay inside of a Word document. You guys have used Word document, right? Or a text editor or a notepad itself. So how you write things on a notepad? You write one line, then you press enter to go to the next line itself, and so on and so forth. In the same manner, you will be writing code right over here. You don't have to do shift enter to go to the next line, or you don't have to press enter to run the code. Just write your code normally as you write text in a particular Word document. It is as simple as that. Why are we using only console? Bala Ganesh, that means you were not paying attention in yesterday's class. Very bad. Very bad, Bala Ganesh. Can somebody help Bala Ganesh with this question? Why are we using console? And when he's going to get the answer for that? Bala Ganesh, I'm very disappointed in you because I was seeing you being asking some questions yesterday. I was thinking that you were actually paying attention. I'm very disappointed that you were not. Very bad. Okay. So right over here, guys, we are going to write the same lines of code once again. Okay. We will first write our first line of code right over here. That is var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? Question mark. Then just press enter. To go to the next line, just press enter itself. Okay, and right over here, guys, we can write the second middle line of code, that is alert. Alert, hi, space, plus name, space, plus welcome. Down. So as you're able to see, you have written the two lines of code. To save it, you have to do Control S, right? To save it, you have to do Control S. Once I've done Control S itself, then we will to run these lines of code. Now, back then, we were running like a single line of code at once, right? Every single line, we were writing the code inside of the console, and then we were running the particular line itself. Here, you run the entire code present in the file. You don't run code line by line. For example, if I want to run the code, I will click on this button. As you're able to see, this play button down below, guys. There's a play button down below. You have to click on that play button. As soon as you click on that play button, guys, this will run the entire new 52.js file. Whatever code is present in that file, guys. Whatever code is present in that file, that entire file will run. Click on this, guys. As you're able to see, it is running the first line. What is your name? That is Shaurya. And then I'm getting the hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Now the problem statement right over here is this is basically me saying that, okay, get up from your seat, walk 10 meters, take a left, take a right, get a glass. All these instructions have been given. Now I want to convert it into a function. I want to give it a nickname itself. I want to give this a nickname itself, guys. Okay. So what we are going to do right over here is that we are going to give it a nickname of greeting. Okay, we're going to give it a nickname of greeting itself, guys. So greeting, greeting. Sorry. First, again, just like variable var and then the name of the variable. Similar to that, we have to give function. That is, we are creating a function. So function, function. Func. And then the name of the function that we are having, that is greeting. Then the box right over here is empty, and we'll shift our entire code right over there. Control X, shift our code inside of the brackets itself, and we have converted it into a function. Creating a function is super simple. Right over here, for first we declare that we are creating a function itself, that this is a function. Okay, we are creating a function right over here. Then we name that particular function, that this particular function is called as the greeting function. Then we have these parentheses right over here, these rounded brackets right over here, guys. We are going to we are going to learn what are these brackets for. Just give us a few minutes itself. Okay, after that you will be able to understand that why are these brackets present right over there. And then inside of these curly brackets, whatever steps you want this particular function to represent, whatever code you want for this particular function to represent itself, that you will be putting up inside of these curly brackets. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. all that code you put up inside of these curly brackets itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Round brackets is for something else. We'll discuss what the round brackets are for. But right now, try to understand that the curly brackets, whatever code that you want, that goes inside of your curly brackets. What is the use of the round brackets? We'll discuss that after a few minutes. Okay. Great. So now if I try to save it, if I try to run this, nothing is happening. Are you guys able to see? Nothing is happening, guys. Why is that the case? It should run, right? According to us, we have written our code. Why is it not running? Right? Nothing is happening. I'm clicking on this play button. There's nothing happening right over here, right? There's nothing happening right over here. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. There's nothing happening right over there. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Let me give you guys a particular tool to understand this. Now, why is it not happening? Okay, let me bring something for you guys. Heat. Okay, let us get an example figure itself. So right over here, guys, we have Goku. I will tell you something about Goku itself. So this is Goku in his like current final stage itself. That is the Ultra Instinct stage. He's very powerful. He's to the level of the gods itself that are there in his particular universe. He can like fight crimes using kung fu, and he has a lot of different powers itself. His famous like power is to use Kamehameha. That is like a proper like beam of attack itself that is happening right over there. So I've told you everything about Goku. Okay, I've introduced you guys to Goku, right? I've introduced you guys to Goku. I've told you guys about Goku itself. Now, if an alien is attacking you, okay, now if an alien is attacking you, in that case, you want help, you will have to call Goku up. You will have to say that Goku, come, please help me, right? Or wrong, guys? Please let me know. You will have to tell Goku that, come, man, please help me. You will have to call Goku up. Similarly, what is happening right over here is that right now you have just declared the function. This is called as declaring a function. You have just created a function. You have just told JavaScript that what this function will do. What is this particular function capable of? But to make this function work, you have to call that function. Calling a function is very simple, guys. Just write the name of that function followed by the rounded brackets and then semicolon. That's it. That is how you basically call a particular function, guys. That is how you basically call a particular function. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So now if we are saving this, if we are running our code itself, then you will be able to see that now our code is working absolutely fine. What is your name? Shaurya. Hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown itself. Moksha Jain, sir, you have learned many languages. How do you remember all those? I just learned some Python basics. It becomes very difficult for me to understand other. Moksha Jain, first of all, there is a one concept that I always tell my students. Always, you need to learn only 2 programming languages. You don't need to learn like thousands of programming languages. Secondly, the more practice that you do in a programming language, the more you learn about it. The more you start remembering. I have practiced these programming languages for the past 5 years. So every single day I'm working in these programming languages itself. So it is like the second like language to me. After English, this is the language that I know. Because for 5 years, 10 hours every single day, 5 days a week, this is what I've worked in offices. That is the second nature to me. The more that you work on these, the more that you practice, the more you will be able to understand, the more you will recorrect, and the more you will also be able to understand that all the languages are almost the same. There's just like some things that you have to do here, then, there, and you will be able to use any language. For example, for Sanskrit, If you guys have ever learned Sanskrit, you should be able to know this. Tita anti sita tha ami ava ama. Okay, that is a particular like one of the core crux verb aspect of Sanskrit itself that is there. So the more that you practice something, the more that you like daily do something, the more you will remember it. For example, Sanskrit I have not touched for the past seven years, I guess, 7 to 8 years. But still, I remember some of the basic things. The reason for that is very simple because when I was studying it, I practiced it every single day for 3 4 years itself. That is the reason why till now I remember it. That is how you have to remember it as well, right? Okay. Great. So the next particular thing that we need to study right over here is that now that we have called greetings as well and everything we have done right over here, the next thing that we have to learn about is what is this particular like parenthesis right over here. What is this rounded brackets right over there in front of you? Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. What is this rounded brackets right over there? Like I said, this greeting function is nothing else but our superhero, our protagonist of our story itself. That is right over here for our case, that is basically Goku. Now, Goku will need some help. Sometimes he will need some help itself, some additional resources to help you. He will need some additional resources to help you at the end. Maybe he might need sensu beans. Maybe he might need your location itself. Maybe he might need if he is like, I will not say that joke, otherwise yeah, many people will be like, oh, no, 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 you shouldn't say that, that is very misogynist or something, so I will just ignore that joke for now. But it's very funny for me. Okay, so like I said, guys, he will need some resources to actually help you at the end. Okay, so that resources, what resources does it need to help you right over there? That we put up inside of these parentheses. We first, this is where we are declaring. Okay, this is where we are declaring that particular function, right? We are telling about that function, that what kind of help, right? What kind of help itself is Goku going to provide to you? Now, these helps can be different based on what you are wanting from him, but yeah. So basically, it can be a various different kind of help itself, right? So think about it in such a way that whatever things that he needs to help you, you need to provide it right over there. You need to provide it right over there. And these are called as parameters. This is where we are declaring the function. This is where we are telling that, okay, these are the things that Goku needs. These are the things that Goku will help you for. We're just declaring, we're just telling you. He's not doing it right now. He's not doing anything right now. We're not calling the function. He's not doing anything right now. We're just telling what he can do. We are just telling what he needs. So this is called as your parameters of your function. What are the things that your function requires to actually run or do the stuff that it is meant to do? Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. MG Ajay, what were you not able to understand? If you just want me to repeat myself, you can just watch the video once again. But what were you not able to understand? If you let me know, I can help you out with that properly. Guys, never ever say to me repeat, because this is a YouTube video. If you just want me to repeat myself, just watch the video once again. I'm repeating right over there. Okay, but if you're not able to understand something, tell me exactly what you're not able to understand. So I will be able to help you out with that. Right? If you say to me repeat, then just like scroll the video a little bit back, watch, listen to me once again. It's as simple as that, right? No, parameters and arguments cannot be used interchangeably. That is also something that I'm going to make you guys understand. Do not worry, Mr. Patrick. I'm very sorry, Mr. Patrick. Do not worry about it. I will be explaining you guys about that as well. Okay, so this is called as parameters. Things that this particular function requires to work. Let's assume that right over here in the alert, we are printing, hi, your age is, okay, your age is, and then we want to provide the age of the user as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand? hi, then the name of the user, and your age is, and then the age of the user. Now let's assume we already know the age of the user itself. Let's assume we already know the age of the user. So we are going to take in. So now this particular function requires this age to work, right? This particular function now requires this particular age to work, guys. So what we'll be doing right over here is we'll be providing age as one of the things that it requires. See, name, we are taking it as the input from the user itself right over here using prompt. Age, we already have it. We are assuming that we already have it itself. So in that particular case, we need to provide this function with this gift, with this thing that the function needs to work inside, right? Are you guys able to understand it? And that particular thing is age, and that age is what we mean as parameter. Okay, that age is what we mean as parameter. Why use plus with age? Because like I said, we can use concatenation between a string and a number as well. I was clearing a doubt back then, but we can use a particular string as a string and a number for concatenation as well. If I'm doing, for example, let's assume my age is 26 and I'm doing concatenation with Shaurya. So Shaurya plus 26 will give me Shaurya 26. Okay, so we can do concatenation like that. So we don't have to do anything else right over there. It is already taken care of. Now, when we are calling the function, greeting, greeting, when we are calling the function, we need to provide this function with age. Here we have just declared that this function requires age. But to use this function, we need to provide it with age. So here it is called as an argument. Here it is called as an argument itself. Please remember, these are technical words. These are terminology itself. These terminology should be very clear within your mind. When you are declaring a variable, just a second, guys. Shubham, I'm in a class itself. So when you are declaring a particular function right over here, it is called as a parameter. But when you are calling a function, it is called as an argument. So if you cannot remember it, write it down somewhere. Parameter, argument. I don't know what is happening right over here. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Again, please do not forget. Okay, this is something that people very easily confuse themselves with. Declaring, parameter, calling, argument. Just remember it by the term CA. This is how I remember it. CA. CA is a chartered accountant itself, a very common word that most of you guys must be knowing or must have listened at some particular point of time, right? So CA are very close to each other. So calling basically is close to arguments. Calling is close to arguments. So calling arguments are together. Okay. And your like you're having a parameter that is going with declaring. Okay, parameter and declaring are going together. So always remember CA. CA is what you need to remember. That's it. You can remember DP or CA. Okay, DP and CA. This is how you remember things. Okay. Okay. So whatever you guys prefer, remember it in such a way itself. Okay. Great, guys. So now that we have done this, let us run this. Let us see what happens. So we are writing our name as Shaurya and we are getting, hi Shaurya, your age is 26. Right? Hi Shaurya, your age is 26 right over there. Who is calling me? Hello? Yeah, I'm in the middle of a class itself. Please message me on WhatsApp. Okay. So the next thing that we have to learn right over here is that you can give multiple, like I said, maybe he requires a location as well, right? He knows your age. It's fine that, okay, you are not a minor. I can actually go and help you out itself. I can pick you up and make you come wherever he wants you to land at the safe place itself. So in that particular case, guys, you need to understand one thing as well, guys, that what about he needs your location as well? He needs your location to help you. So he might need multiple things from you, guys. He might need multiple things from you. Okay. First time you will receive call during lecturing. Yeah, man, I'm getting a lot of calls these days. Like continuous, like see, I'll just show it to you guys. I got 4 missed calls from one number. I don't know what was happening in their life itself that they needed to make 4 missed calls by an unknown number. I don't know. So you can provide this particular function with multiple parameters. You don't have to provide only with single parameter itself. You can provide with multiple parameters as well. For example, right over here, after age, I can provide it with location. Okay, I provided with LOC. Let's call it as LOC. Location is very big, and I will provide it with this statement as well. Plus, you live in, and then I will provide it with LOC right over here. Okay, so I'm having hi name, your age is this, plus you live in this itself. Okay, and by calling the function again, because there are two particular parameters, I will have to provide it with two particular arguments itself. I'll provide it with the second argument, right? So the second argument will be your location, that is Bangalore. So I'll keep the B capital and we'll run this. As you're able to see, if I'm writing this out, you're having hi Shaurya, you're 26 and you live in Bangalore. Okay, so you can put as many number of parameters as you want. You can use as many number of parameters inside of a code as well, and you can provide with as many number of arguments depending upon how many number of parameters are there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. The next thing that we have to learn right over here is that after doing the job, after this particular person has done the job, he has done everything. Okay, he has helped you out. He has taken in some inputs from you. He came to your location. He fought the entire aliens off for you. He saved you as well. But while going, he's a hero, right? He's a hero. He wants you to remember him by something, right? He wants you to remember him by something. So he will give you something as a gift. Okay, he will give you something as a gift, maybe a locket, maybe a number itself, maybe a text itself, whatever like he has. He'll give you of a piece of cloth itself. Okay, just to remember him by his like that cloth or that pendant or by that number or whatever he's providing you with. And then he goes off after doing the work. And then he goes off after doing the work itself. Right? So that as well is provided with these functions. Before we are able to see how can we make our hero, our greeting function to give us something back, let us look at two types of functions itself. Okay, let us look at two types of functions first of all to understand this in a little bit more depth, guys. Okay, so there are two types of functions, guys. Where the hey, why is it not working? Oh, it has come on. Okay, so right over here, guys, there are two types of functions. An inbuilt function, guys, and a user defined functions. Are you guys able to understand it? An inbuilt function and a user defined function itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. An inbuilt function and a user defined function, guys. Now, what is the difference between the two? An inbuilt function, the example of an inbuilt function will be alert. Okay, prompt. You guys remember, alert also took in one particular argument. Prompt also took in one particular argument, guys. Argument, not parameter, argument. Okay, they also took one particular argument right away. Why it is an inbuilt function? Because you are not writing the code for this function. Somebody has already written that code. It is already present in JavaScript. You are just using it. You are just using it. Our user defined function is greeting, wherein we are providing it with age and your so we are providing it with age and let's assume the name. Okay, so this is a user defined function because we are writing the code for it. and then we are using it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. We are able to, we have to write the code for it and then we are able to use it, right? Can you explain argument again in easier way? Argument is basically when you're calling a function, you need to provide that inputs to the function that it needs to use to help you to work. So when you're calling it, it is called as a argument. When you are declaring the function, telling that, okay, this function requires these things, it is called as a parameter. It's just a name. I cannot like explain why it is called as an argument. It's just a name itself. The person who created it named it as that. Now, the explanation behind it, I also don't know. Why it is called an argument. Okay, the only thing that I can help you out with that, this is called as an argument itself, and this is the usage of that. Okay. Okay. So the next thing that we need to focus upon is that, so when you use an inbuilt function, let's go back, right? We'll take a 5 minutes break, guys. We'll take a 5 minutes break and then we'll continue. I want you guys to also like relax a bit itself. We'll take a 5 minutes break and then we'll continue. If you guys want to drink some water, you guys want to go to toilet or whatever you want to try out. Okay, you guys can go and do that in 5 minutes. And then we'll start the class once again because 90 minutes is way too long. I also want you guys to feel a little bit more relaxed while taking up the class as well. Okay. In the meanwhile, guys, for those, like I've already said, for those who are interested, we are having another bootcamp of ours that is going to start from the 19th of this month itself, guys. That is the backend web development of JavaScript, Node.js, and Express. So every website that you work with, it has a front end and a back end, guys. It has a front end and a back end itself. Now, the front end is basically what you are able to see on the website. But the back end is what basically stores your entire data, your ID, your password, what movies were you watching, what movies should we select and give it to you guys. Every single detail about you, all the business logic, every single brainy aspect of the website gets stored inside of the back end of the website, guys. That is the most important part of a website. And one of the fields that has the most number of job opportunities available as well. So for those guys who want to learn backend web development, again, this is a free bootcamp. There is no cost associated with the bootcamp as well. There is nothing like we'll be giving you guys. There will be 4 certificates for that as well. That is Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and DevTown certificates, of course. So this bootcamp is going to start from the 19th of June. Again, the 7 days bootcamp. There is no prerequisites for that. I think so this is a very beneficial bootcamp for you guys, and I hope so that every one of you guys will be participating in that. So, and again, guys, for participating in that particular bootcamp, the registration this time will be compulsory. The registrations this time will be compulsory, guys. If you are not registering for that bootcamp, you will not be eligible for the certificates. The reason that is, for the first time coming up to a bootcamp, you are not registered. We give you guys that freedom that, okay, no issues. We'll still give you guys the certificate. Just do your attendance properly. But this will be your second bootcamp. So for second bootcamp, we don't give that relaxation. For every bootcamp that you want to participate in, you guys should register for that as well. So I'm expecting that almost 750 people are live with us. We were having somewhere around 500 people who had already filled up the registration. So I'm expecting at least the number to go up till 1200. Okay. The timings will be in the evening after 8 p.m. That will be the timing, guys. 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. 8 p.m. in the evening Indian Standard Time itself. So for those guys who are interested into the next particular bootcamp, please complete your registration right now itself. Okay. Otherwise, see, at the later point of time, do not come and tell me, sir, I want to attend it, but I also want the certificates. I forgot to register. You guys can do the registration right now itself. Okay. You guys can do the registration right now itself, guys. Right now. So please complete your registration right now itself, guys. Okay, right now. How many hours every single day? 90 minutes. Okay, 90 minutes, that is 1.5 hours. So 60 to 90 minutes of classes every single day I will be taking up. There is no prerequisites. You don't need to know JavaScript from the start. You don't need to know backend from the start. You don't need to know Node.js or Express. Everything I'll be teaching you guys from the utmost beginnings, from the utmost scratch itself. You don't have to worry about it, guys. And we will be doing a project at the end that you can add up to your resume as well. Again, like I said, boot camps are for free. We don't charge anything. Our main aim is to make sure that you guys are able to understand the concepts. You guys are able to take a feel of the concepts. You guys are able to understand if you like the concepts or not, if you are willing to go further into that particular field as a career or not. And we'll give you guys the certificates associated with backend web development as well that you can then put up on your resume. So project, certificates, everything we take care of for you guys. The only thing that we demand from you guys is just your support. That's it. Your support is the most important thing for us, because if you are not supporting us, see, we are doing it for free. We don't charge anything. I do it for free because like I love it. I love interacting with you guys. I love that you guys are learning something new. I am able to interact with new people all the time itself. I love to do that. That is something that is a passion of mine itself. So for me, it is totally great. And I want you guys to make sure that you guys are able to grow beyond right over there. Okay, this is backend web development, Sagar Shinde. Angular is front end. We are having a front end bootcamp as well very soon on 12th or 13th, I guess. That is going to be on React.js. So that will be JavaScript plus React.js as well. So like I said, guys, we will be having front-end boot camps, we'll be having back-end boot camps, we'll be having DevOps boot camps, we'll be having cloud computing boot camps, we'll be having AI ML boot camps, we'll be having data, deep learning, data science, data analytics, data visualization, Python boot camps. We'll be having a lot of different boot camps itself. So you don't have to worry about it. There is a lot of different boot camps coming your way. Okay, so never worry about it, guys. We are always there. We always want to make sure that you guys are able to learn as much as possible and you guys are able to grow as much as possible. That is the only concern that we have at any particular point of time. The rest, I know that you guys are smart. You guys answer the questions properly. You guys interact with us properly. Yes, we'll be having boot camps on data structures and algorithms as well. We'll be having boot camps on competitive programming. We'll be having boot camps on C++, Java, data structures and algorithms, trees, linked lists, graphs, queues, all these different topics as well. So all these different things, we'll be having it at all the different times as well. So you don't have to worry about it. So for those guys who are interested to join the new bootcamp, definitely do that. I've already provided you guys, bootcamp on Ruby on Rails will not be doing it. The reason is we do bootcamps on topics that have jobs, that have internships, that have demand in the industry right now. Because that is the aim as well, right? We don't just want to teach something. We want to teach something that is of help to you guys at the end, right? That is the aim that we take further. Okay, so guys, please complete your registration right now itself so that you are not missing out on the bootcamp. Like I said, if you are a part of this particular bootcamp, then for the next bootcamp, you will have to register yourself. Okay, you will have to register yourself. Without that, you will not be able to get the certificates. So please do complete your registration for the next bootcamp. So let us start with our class, guys. Let us start with our class, right? Shall we start with our class, guys? Break is more than sufficient, right? I took the time to explain the next bootcamp to the new people that came. Shall we start with our class, guys? I've already pinned up the link for the registration in the live chat as well. So you guys will be able to see it from there. Okay. Shall we start with our class? Right? Great, guys. Amazing. So let's continue right over there, guys. Let us go back to our very beautiful, very like a premium looking handwriting of mine that even like Egyptians won't be able to read. Yeah, Egyptians won't be able to read. I'm not lying because it's written in English. Okay, so we'll continue from right over there, guys. So if we go back to our code itself, right? And if we run our code, have you guys seen this? Alert. Okay, sorry. Alert, and then we are writing something right over here. Hi, welcome to DevTown. You are getting the alert and then you're getting undefined inside of your console. Are you guys able to see this? You're getting undefined inside of your console. The same thing if I'm doing with prompt. The same thing if I'm doing it with prompt itself. Whatever input that I'm giving, as to the prompt itself, that input I'm getting it on my console. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. When I'm running alert, I'm getting undefined right over here. But when I'm running prompt, I'm giving something right over here, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Yes. So why is that happening? Think about it as two separate like heroes for you. This is your prompt. Okay, this is your prompt itself, guys. Okay, and this is your alert. This bottle is your alert itself, guys. Prompt and alert. Now, when alert is helping you, when it is going off, it is not giving you anything. It is not giving you anything. It is not giving you any locket, any piece of cloth. It's like, okay, I came, I helped you, I'm going away. It was my job, I did my job, I'm just going away. I'm not a hero. It was my job, I just did my job, I'm going away. But when you use prompt itself, it came, it helped you, it provided you with it provided you with a locket or a piece of cloth or a number or something, and then to remember you by, and then it went away. And then it went away. So here prompt while going away is giving you something. It is giving you the input of the user itself. While going away, prompt is giving you the input of the user and then going away, that I've done my job right now. I'm a hero. I'm going away itself. Whereas when alert was there, it came, it didn't give you anything while going away. It did the job and just it went away itself, right? It did the job and just it went away. Right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. So that is what the return statement is. If you want your function to return something back to you, when it ends the particular function, up till now, if I'm running this particular code, guys, if I'm writing GREETNG greeting, and then I'm writing, let's assume 26 or 24 Bangalore itself right over here. If I'm pressing enter, you're able to see what is your name. I'm writing Shaurya. It is showing, hi Shaurya, your age is 24, you live in Bangalore itself. But it is not giving me anything back. It is not giving me anything back. So if you want your function, your hero to give something back to you before leaving, you have to use another particular piece of code that is called as the return statement, guys, to return something back to you. So here, you can return anything. You can return a number, you can return the name itself, you can return a particular string itself, you can return anything that you want. That is up to you, guys. That is up to you. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. You can return anything that you want. For example, if I return a 0 right over here, a simple number, any number, okay, not just 0. I can return 52 as well. It's my wish, whatever I want to return right over there. If I return 52, if I go back to my console, rerun the exact same line of code itself, write the exact same input, I will get 52 on my screen instead of getting undefined. Basically, undefined is telling you that this particular hero, this particular function of yours was a cheapskate. He didn't give you anything. He didn't give you anything. He just went away. There's nothing. It is not returning anything back. It's not giving you anything itself. Undefined. Whatever it gave you, it has no definition itself. It's undefined. It is nothing itself. That is what it is providing right away. That information it is providing. That running this particular line of code, did it get you something? Running this particular line of code, did it get you something or not? Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. No, undefined is not causing any kind of errors to you. Please try to understand. It is just by normally, it is putting up right over there to make sure that you are able to understand that this line of code is not giving anything back to you. Okay? What is the difference between return and print? Print is printing something out. So for example, this return, you can actually put it inside this. This is a physical object, guys. This is like getting this. Okay, this is a physical object. I am having a physical object getting returned back to my hands itself. Now I can put it inside of a variable. I can do anything with it. I can throw it off as well. I can throw it off, hit somebody in the head, because it is a physical object. That is what return is giving you. I can write this particular line of code, var num is equals to greeting 24 Bangalore. I can write this particular line. Now that 52 that was coming in will now be stored inside of num. Instead of coming to the console, it will get stored directly inside the num itself. That is what we were doing with prompt. Whatever we were getting from prompt itself, instead of showing it on the console, we're putting it directly inside of a variable itself. But with print, that is with console.log, it is not a physical object. It's just a picture of an object. This is a picture of an object. It's not the real object. It is just, we are showing you that this exists. Okay, this is coming up on your screen that this is what your answer is. That's it. You cannot hold this. You cannot do anything with it. It's just coming up on your screen itself. That is what console.log is doing. It's just showing you something. It is not giving you that. Showing and giving is two separate things itself. So basically, it's like, yeah, I'm showing you a Mercedes, but I'm not giving it to you. That is the basic point. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Yes, everybody is able to understand it. Great. So I think so we have covered up everything that we wanted to cover. I think so we have not left anything up till this point of time. Tomorrow, the first thing that we'll be understanding is the main particular topic itself. The very important topic, that why are we writing code inside of the console, right? There's a very big reason, and that reason actually, you guys, that is the reason why the entire bootcamp on backend web development actually exists, right? When you will know about the reason why we are writing code inside of console and not inside of a computer, that is the entire concept of backend web development that you will be able to understand in just 15 minutes. That why does Node.js exist? What is Node.js itself? Okay, so you will easily be able to understand it, guys. There's no issues in that. I hope so that tomorrow you guys will be coming at the same time and you guys will be enjoying the class tomorrow as well. Again, guys, I've provided you guys with the registration link in the live chat, guys, for the next particular bootcamp. If you want to register for the next particular bootcamp, that is the backend web development bootcamp that is starting from the 19th of June itself, you have to register yourself to get the certificates. Otherwise, you will not be able to get the certificates. In the meanwhile, I'm creating a attendance for those guys who are registering, who still want to register themselves. Please do complete your registration. In the meanwhile, I'll create your attendance link, guys. Okay, in the meanwhile, I'll create your attendance link. Please do not worry about it. Okay, so while you guys are, for those people who haven't registered themselves, do register themselves, guys, while I'm creating your attendance link. Okay, so it will take me 2 to 3 minutes to create the attendance link. So in the meanwhile, you guys can do your registration as well, guys. Like I said, guys, for the next particular bootcamp to participate in, to get the certificates, registration will be compulsory. I've provided you guys with the registration link in the live chat itself. Please do complete your registration right now. Because do not tell me at a later point of time, sir, I forgot to do my registration, I didn't get my certificate itself. Will not be able to help you guys out. Okay. So please do complete your registration for the next particular bootcamp. That's the backend web development bootcamp. Again, it is a free bootcamp, guys. Do not worry about it. So right over here, guys, I'm going to send you guys the link for the attendance. So right now, tomorrow at the same time, guys, tomorrow at the same time, we'll be having the class. This is the attendance link, guys. The attendance will be closed exactly at 8:24. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 8:25, guys. 8:25. I provided you. This is the attendance link, guys. This is the attendance link. The pinned link is the registration link for the next bootcamp, guys. This is the attendance link. Please start filling up your attendance link. It is provided to you guys in the live chat. You guys can start filling up your attendance itself. Please start filling up your attendance. Do not miss out on your attendance itself, guys. The attendance has been provided to you guys right over here. I'll provide it for a few more seconds. I think so that is more than sufficient. The attendance thing will be closed at 8:25. Please do complete your attendance before that. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys.